Welcome to Primary ypww Lesson 6. Today's topic is Miracles, a Severed Ear Restored. The lesson scripture is coming out of Luke chapter 22, verses 46 through 51, John chapter 18, verses 4 through 11. The memory verse, Suffer ye thus far, and he touched his ear and healed him. Luke chapter 22, verse 51. The target for today's lesson. The Lord wants his children to know, even if an ear is completely cut off, God can heal it. Once there was a man whose name was Malchus. He was a servant of the high priest. He was with a band of men who came with torches and weapons to capture Jesus. Although he was with the wrong people, Jesus still healed him. Jesus was about to be betrayed. Yet he continued to work miracles for those in need. When Jesus sat to eat the Passover with his disciples, he told them everything that would happen. The time had come. He went to a place called the Mount of Olives to pray. His disciples followed him. They were going to pray, but kept falling asleep. Jesus said, "Pray, lest you enter into temptation." While Jesus was speaking, a band of men came with torches and weapons. Judas led them. They were looking for Jesus so that they could have him put to death. But only Judas knew what Jesus looked like. He betrayed Christ with a kiss on the cheek, but it was Jesus who revealed himself to the band of men. As soon as Jesus said to them, "I am the man you seek," the others fell backward to the ground. Jesus is so powerful that even his words moved them. They could not take his life. He decided to go with the men and give his life to save the world. His disciples asked if they should fight. They wanted to protect him. Peter drew out his sword and cut off the right ear of Malchus, the high priest's servant. Jesus said to Peter, "Put up your sword. I must do the will of my Father." They must suffer it to be so as Jesus promised that none would be lost. No one had to die in a battle for a victory that Jesus alone would already win. Then Jesus touched the man's ear and healed him. Jesus shows he can put back anything that is cut off. The questions for today's lesson. Number 1, what was the name of the man whose ear was cut off? And who cut off his ear? Number 2, why couldn't Peter and the other disciples pray with Jesus in the garden? Number 3, how did Jesus perform the miracles of restoring a severed ear? The end. God bless you and thank you for joining me today.